abstract factory design pattern is a creational design pattern that provides reusable solutions to common problems in software development, making our lives as developers easier and our code more efficient. If you're a non-object-oriented programmer, design patterns are how you code everything. If not, then the abstract factory provides an interface for creating families of related dependent objects without specifying their concrete classes. It allows you to create objects that are part of a common family or group, making them compatible and consistent. What problem does the abstract factory method solve? Imagine you're developing an application that supports multiple database systems like MySQL, Postgres, and MongoDB. Without using the abstract factory method, you'd have to directly create instances for the concrete classes representing these database systems throughout your code. The problem with this approach is that it tightly couples your code to specific database implementation. If you later decide to switch from MySQL to Postgres, you need to manually find and update every occurrence of the MySQL connection and Postgres connection. This can be time consuming and error prone, especially in larger code bases. Additionally, if you wanted to introduce a completely new database to the system, you need to modify multiple places in your code to accommodate the new implementation. Here's where the abstract factory method comes in. It provides an abstract interface or class called the factory that declares methods for creating objects related to the database systems, such as connections, queries, or result tests. Each concrete implementation of the factory is responsible for instantiating the specific database objects according to the chosen system. By using the abstract factory, you can write code that relies on the abstract factory interface rather than directly instantiating concrete classes. This is just one example though. In this code structure, we have an abstract factory interface called abstract factory that declares the factory method for creating related objects. The concrete factory classes, concrete factory 1 and concrete factory 2, implement the abstract factory interface and provide specific implementations for creating the concrete products. The abstract product classes called abstract product A and abstract product B define the common interface that the concrete product classes must implement. The client code demonstrates how the abstract factory can be used, takes a factory object as the parameter and uses it to create related products. Then it invokes the useful functions and products and prints the results. By using the abstract factory, you can create families of related objects without tightly coupling the code to concrete implementations. This allows for flexibility and easy switching between different families of objects by changing the concrete factory implementation without requiring modifications in the client code. What are the use cases? By supporting multiple platforms or systems, if your application needs to support different platforms such as Windows, Mac, or Linux, or different systems like web-based and mobile, the abstract factory pattern can help you create families of objects tailored to each of the platform or system. It also helps you manage dependencies in a modular way. Abstract factory pattern helps manage dependencies between objects in a modular and decoupled manner. It also is good for integrating with external systems or APIs. When integrating with external systems or APIs that have different implementations, the abstract factory can provide an abstraction layer to hide the complexity and the differences among them. But what are the drawbacks? Increased complexity, rigidity and extensibility, increased development effort, difficulty in testing, increased complexity, rigidity and extensibility, increased development effort, difficulty in testing, and many more. But to mitigate these pitfalls, it is crucial to carefully consider the design and application of the abstract factory pattern in your specific context. My suggestion? Impress your manager by implementing the abstract factory method into any place you see fit in your company's code base.